Night Live Hangout with Sponge and Stamp with Tina. I'm Tina Carini, and I'm so happy to be here. Hi, Carol. Hi, Chris. Glad to see you guys on here. I was thinking earlier today that it feels like it was just a couple of days ago that we were together. So I am super happy to be here with you guys, and I have three really cute cards to share with you tonight. We are going to be using Sunrise Sailing Bundle, and we're going to be using Notes and Totes as well. So I think you're going to really enjoy these cards, and remember, be thinking about your numbers. I'll probably do, I don't know, 10 through 20 tonight. So be thinking about those, what you want to write in there when the time comes, and you'll get to, the winner gets to choose one of the three cards that we make tonight. So I don't think I have any announcements to make, except for time is ticking for the starter kit special for $99. You get to choose $125 worth of products. This plus tax shipping is free, so that's a huge thing there, especially these days, right? And if you're thinking about possibly getting the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, that would be a great time to get it, because you would get it for $99. So that would be awesome. And I would love to have you join my team. So if you have any questions at all, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any that you have and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see, I don't put any links anymore in the descriptions because I have issues with being flagged for some of my links, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's how it goes these days. So if you want more information about what I do, about my in-person classes, any online classes, my free newsletters, just reach out to me. I would be happy to answer any questions that you have and help you out with that as well. My free newsletters, they're important to be a part of because that keeps you up to date with what I'm doing, my classes, how to register for my classes, and all that kind of jazz. All right, so I think that we're going to go ahead. I wish I had more stuff to tell you, but I don't. Excuse me. If I think of anything, I can just tell you as we go along. Okay, so Sunrise Sailing, and let me put my eyes on because I can't see at all without them. Well, I can see, but barely. Okay, I don't need this mouse over here either. All right, so Sunrise Sailing is one of the bundles. Such a beautiful set. I tell you, I highly recommend this set. I highly recommend both set bundles that I'm going to be using tonight because they are so much fun. I have been stuck on Sunrise Sailing for several days now. I have played some with the Notes and Totes, and I can tell you it's a blast. All of my dies are all messed up, but anyway, so this is what you get in the dies for this one. I think I have them all. So you have the sailboats and the full sails. You got a large one, a large one, and a small one. You have three little seagulls. You have two clouds. You have this right here. Oh, you know what I forgot to pull out? Let me see, because this is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm bending over. You know what? I don't know what I did with it. It might be up here. Let me see. Aha, it is. So this is a 3D hybrid embossing folder. So what this does is you can use this die in the folder while you emboss, and then you can die cut this sailboat out. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can get something underneath there that you can see. You can kind of sort of see it that way. But yeah, so it will die cut this piece. It doesn't lock in there, but it sets in there, and it kind of locks, but not really, if that makes sense. and then you just lay your cardstock in here. You fold this over, and then you just run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You want to make sure that you run it through with the folded part here. The what do you call this? I can't think of what this is called. I know, Chris, the sailboats are so awesome. You want to run that through, but sometimes you want to emboss just the water, so you kind of have to go through sideways. But when I do it, I make sure that this seam right here is as far away from possibly hitting the side of my machine as possible. That way I don't cause any damage to it. We're not going to be using this tonight, the hybrid part, but it is so cool because what it does is it cuts out the sailboat, and your sailboat is embossed. So it's really, really cool. I do have a sample of using this folder, but yeah, I did. I think I did hybrid cut this too, but I don't remember. But I will be coming to you guys with some of that in the near future, or hopefully the near future. Anyway, so I got to keep all this stuff straight. And it also comes with these two dies right here, which I will show you a card where I'm using these to, oh, I didn't clean those out. You guys can see that. But anyway, it makes these little waves in there too. So it's really, really cool. I do have a card that I'll show you where I did use those. And this, I'm telling you guys, this is such a fun bundle to have. It's one of my favorites so far. Really and truthfully, it is. And then this one here is another one of my favorites. This is the Notes and Totes. So where is the stamp set to it? I have such a mess going on up here. I have trying to design my card class cards too for our in-person class, which I still have about 4 openings. So if you live in the Byron area, Middle Georgia area, I would love to have you join us. Just reach out to me and I will tell you how to do it. All right, so this is a complete mess too. I'm gonna just lay these all out so you can see. I think I've showed this to you, or did I? No, I did a video on, I'll show you this card. On this card, I did a YouTube video. It was a pre-recorded video on how to do this card, and I showed the pieces on that. But this is so cool because you have your pieces and your parts to your handbag. So you have 2 different handles that you can use. So you have this one or this one. This makes your handbag. It also can make a 3D treat holder too, which is so cool. This is your pocket if you want to use it. This is your purse scarf right here. This makes the bottom part of, okay, so like this one I cut down. I think I might have showed you this one because I'm going to make this type of a purse. I'm actually thinking about making it a man bag, but I don't really have the stamp sets for it to do what I want to do. But I may borrow one from a friend. She has one that I think would work great. This is, so this makes this part right here, and then you can make side straps that go up and down. Well, here, let me pull this up right here. So this piece here will cut this out and cut these out right here. And then you have, we're going to have to go on a big hunt later on because my sunshades are gone, and those are one of my favorite parts of this set. Okay, you guys say a prayer that I find them because I will be so sad if I lost the sunshades because they are so cute. They're these. So it cuts out the frames and the lenses. So you got a water bottle, you have a lotion bottle, you have another type of lotion bottle, you have a starfish, a seashell, a little name tag if you want to put a name tag on there. This cuts out a fence, a picket fence. This cuts out this right here. So there's your picket fence. Oh, that's stuck in there. Let me show you this one. Okay, so if you come into my classes, or not this Saturday, but on the 7th, this is one of the cards that you'll be making. But this piece here cuts out this. It's like a newspaper. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got the embossing in there. So super, super, super cute there. And I think, oh, and it's got these little things here that you can use to embellish your bag with too. So yeah, oh, here's the sunshades right here. Thank you, Jesus. So this has got that right there. So this cuts out the frame, this cuts out the lenses, and then you just layer them on top of each other. And I think that that's it. So that's that. Let me put that card away because you've seen both of those now. So there's still more to come, so you got to stay to the end. Plus, you never know when we're going to play our numbers game to get to choose your card. So, aren't the hearts in the sunglasses? I'm not sure what you're asking. Yes, they are. But the way that this die cuts it is it cuts. I wonder if I have one up here. I do not. Okay, so this piece here just cuts the frames. So what it does is it actually cuts. It leaves you a heart, 2 hearts left. So these 2 hearts you can use somewhere else on your card, like I did on this one. I put my Calypso Coral hearts on here, but you can also save them for other cards or whatever you want to use them for. And then this part here cuts out your lenses. So here, let me show you. I will run it through. Maybe some crumb cake. So you can see I've got pieces of cardstock all over my floor. I've got it everywhere where I'm trying so hard. Hey, Tori, did I say hi to you? You said you couldn't find the glasses, so I was telling you they were. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yes, the hearts are the sunglasses. I just didn't see them for whatever reason, but here we go. So we've got that, and then our lens is in here. Or not our lens, our frame is right here. So here is, let me get this on a darker piece. Well, that's not going to work. Here, let's use this. This will work. This will show up. But I messed all that up now, but that's okay. So you have, this is your lens part of your glasses. And then this part here is your frame part. If I'd have done it in 2 different colors, you would have been able to see, but you just line that up on there the best you can with some adhesive. And that makes your glasses. So you line them up like that. So isn't that cute? And then you have 2 little hearts that you can use on another project or on the same project that you're working on. So that is pretty stinking cute. I love the glasses. All right, I messed that up. So when I get to that card, you guys, I'm gonna have to be scrambling a little bit. So it is so much fun. Love it. And then this is the stamp set. So I love how big some of these sentiments are. And then you have Newsflash, you're fabulous, exclusive, made just for you. So grateful, a true story for your newspaper. So that'd be like your heading. And then these you can use to decorate your bottles and your water bottles. And this you can use for your scarf, your purse, whatever you want to do with it. And I'm going to show you a different way to use it tonight and some of the dies and not using the purse. Okay, so that is that. Let me check on you guys here and see what's going on. All right, so I'm not gonna like put these completely out of the way because We're going to be needing that, and I've turned everything upside down over here. So let's see what I've got. We are going to do this card here. I hope that you guys like that. I really love anything tropical, anything beachy, anything nautical is some of my favorite things. So I love them. So I tend to go that way when I can. All right, so we're gonna do this card first. And there's a couple little tricks, not really tricks, but little tips. And I am using the Country Wood Designer Series paper. I love this piece right here. It's one of my favorites. Out of that pack of paper, I also like the Misty Moonlight Blue Wood, and I like the gray one, which we're using. No, we're not. Well, I have a sample with it. This is for stamping and cutting. This is our circle. This is from the Stylish Shapes, which is my go-to dies. And it's the largest circle. And then we have some scraps for stamping and fussy cutting. I don't remember what this was for. Oh, for my sailboat. I don't remember what this is for. And I don't even, oh, sentiment. Duh. And then we have the outside of our card and the inside of our card. So we have the inside. I thought I had, oh, I got some glue on there. I do not know how that happened. Well, in this mess that I have, anything is possible. Ink, anything, glue, you name it. All right, so I really didn't do an inside for this card. I got ink on that. But that's okay because it'll cover up when I put an inside in that one. Let me see here. So I got to think what I'm going to do. So we're going to stamp our hibiscus up the side of this. And this stamp set, of course, we're using Notes and Totes stamp set and the sunrise sailing. Okay, so I used, what did I use? Timid Tiger and Secret Sea were my ink colors of choice. Our card base here is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. That looks crooked. That looks crooked as all get up. But it is not. So we've got that. And this is the inside piece. This is the outside piece. This is going to come over here all the way to the side. And that is cut a little bit longer than it needs to be. So we can trim that. That's not a big deal. This is going to go here. Actually, it looks really big. I must have grabbed the wrong one. Let's cut this down because I'm pretty sure that this is 2.5. Pretty sure it is. Yes, that is 2.5, and this is probably 5 1/4. All right, so let's cut this down to 2.5. I'm going to save this piece because you can always use that on something else. By 5 1/4. There we go. And now it'll fit. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so that's going to go on there. But we want to stamp first. So let's do our stamping. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the inside of the card because I really didn't think about it, honestly. And I know that I said that I wanted to Timid Tiger to really start doing up the insides of my cards, like really special. But for whatever reason, this time around, I didn't think about them. I need some scrap. So we're just going to take a piece of computer paper that works perfectly well for our scrap. I am going to ink this up in Timid Tiger. I absolutely love this orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors anyway, believe it or not. My favorite of all favorites, though, is anything oceany. I love those colors. All right, so I am just going to stamp on the edge here. Kind of sort of space them the same amount. Oh, I didn't do that one, but that's okay. It's not going to be perfect. All right, there we go. So that's all we do for that. Isn't that cool? So easy, but yet it's so, so pretty. All right. Oh, I close this up and I need this. So I'm going to wash this off because I am not sure what I used it for. And I don't know what I did. Uh-oh. I don't know what I did with my chamois. So we will take one of these, I almost call it a diaper wipe, but really that's what it is. But it's dried because I left it open. So I'm just going to spritz some cleaner on there. And I'm just going to wipe this down. That will do the trick. All right. And then we're going to ink this up in the Timid Tiger. Oh, but before we do that, we've got to do some stamping of our sailboat. So I have got our sailboat here, and I did him in smoky slate, I'm pretty sure. I probably should have done him in crumb cake, but I did him in smoky slate. So we're going to do the same thing here. And I am going to put a mat underneath there because we're stamping with photopolymer. And my smoky slate is really inky, so hopefully this is going to stamp good. We're going to have to die cut this guy out because I did, oh, he didn't stamp well. Good thing we got another side here. All right, because I did not die cut this one out. Stamp him down just like that. There we go. And then there's that guy. So we're going to put him aside because he's going to come back into play here in just a few minutes. So now I'm going to take another one of these scraps here. And it doesn't matter if I get the whole sailboat, but I definitely want to get the left side of the sail. I want to get that for sure. So there we go. So I got that. And then I've got the scrap Timid Tiger. And I want to make sure I get the right side of the sail on that one. We're going to fussy cut that sail out. When we fussy cut it, we're going to fussy cut just inside the lines, just inside that line. And if you get a little bit of the line, that's okay because it will look like a shadow, so it will be perfectly fine. I am going to ink this up. I'm going to use this one and try to get this on here where I've got quite a bit of flowers, a little tiny hibiscus. I can use a little bit more at the bottom. So I'm just going to do just like that. And then we're going to fussy cut that out. But to save some time, I've already done it. You're going to do the same thing here. I'll start one and show you. So what you do is you come in and you're going to fussy cut just inside of your lines, of the sail lines. And then you're not going to go to the pole. You're going to go to where this little gray line is here. And you're going to fussy cut right up that. And then just like so. And then you're going to come up this way too. I've already done that, so we've got that. And you'll do the same thing for your orange. So I'll put those aside because I'll probably make another card for it. So you can see that I did get a little tiny bit of the gray on here, but I am okay with that. And I'm pretty sure, nope, we got one more thing to do. So let's bring in our sailboat. So we need our little, this is for the bottom part, the boat part, the, what do you call it, the hull. we're going to ink that up. Oh, that's not clean either. Wow. He does not surprise me. All right, because I tell you, I've been like really going crazy in here. We are going to ink that up in the orange or the Timid Tiger. And you're going to line this up. I'm probably going to get my head in here, you guys, just so that I can kind of see what I'm doing. And then there you go. So it leaves a little white in there and stuff. So it's supposed to look like that. If you want it to be more solid, just use your markers or a blending pen or something to that nature. All right, so I'm pretty sure we're done with Timid Tiger. So we're going to put that aside. We're going to use Secret C. Oh, I got ink on my sentiment. Wow. Okay. That stinks. I'll have to try to get that off. So I learned a trick. I might have shared it with you guys. I'm using Relax and Enjoy before, but and makes it easier to get something that's glued down is use your heat gun and heat it up, your heat tool, and heat it up and slowly try to lift it as you're heating it, and it comes up pretty easy that way. Okay, but because that's been like that for a few days, it might not. But so we're gonna fussy cut around that. And I thought that I already did that too, but I do not see it. It was sitting up here, but I've been throwing things around, so I lost it. So we're gonna have to re-fussy cut that. That is okay. Y'all don't mind, do you? I hope not. So if you're watching this replay on YouTube, thank you so very much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. I would love to have you part of our community here. And make sure that you hit the notifications so that you get notified every time I upload a new video onto YouTube. And if you enjoy this video, which I hope that you do, that you give me a big thumbs up. And comment too, because I love to hear you guys' comments. And share it with your friends too, with your crafty friends. I would really, really be so grateful for that as well. All right, so we are just gonna fussy cut this out. Hope I'm in the camera. I always forget. I pull it up so close to me, and I forget to check to see if you guys can see what I'm doing or not. So hopefully that you can. All right. There we go. All right, so there's that. That's done, that's done. And here's this part and this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run this through real quick here. So what I did when I created the original card, and because, you know, I know with filming and stuff, it's so hard to see, I attached these pieces, the sails, before I ran it through, but it was okay, and I actually liked it because what it did was, because of my cutting plates are so well loved that it made little lines and crinkles in the sail, which I thought was really cool. So, but we're not gonna, well, maybe we will go ahead and do that because it looked really, really cool. And it was an accident because it was a happy accident at that, because I forgot to die cut it, and I attached the sail parts and forgot to run it through. All right, so there we go. Actually, I want that to come over just a teeny tiny bit more. There we go. So now we're going to glue this piece down, and then we're going to run it through. This one I cut this one a little jaggedy. It's a sail that's on its last leg, right? All right, we're just going to make it work. Hopefully. There we go. Isn't that cute? That's so cool. I love that. I think it looks so cute. Okay, so we need our sail. So let me find these dies here. I don't remember which ones they are or where I put them. How about that? All right, this is Stylish Shapes. I just had them. Oh, I really do hate when I do stuff like this. Here they are. Found them. Okay, so we're going to take the large sailboat and we're going to line this up on here. I'm going to get some Post-it note tape to hold that down in place so it doesn't shift on me while we crank it through. So let's see here. I'm going to try to line this up the best that I can. I always struggle with this one boat. I don't know why, but I do. I think that that's good. We're going to go with that one. Okay. Oh, did you see what I did? I slid it up as I was putting the tape on. Well, that stinks. Okay, so we're going to do, because I'm looking to make sure it's got pretty even edges all the way around. I'm going to stick this right here. Hope that's right. I'm going to stick this one up here. So I have my base, then I have my number 2, but I flip it over because it's bent. And then I have my cutting plate 3 and another cutting plate 3, and we're going to run this through. And voila! I think this is the only thing we have to die cut tonight. I think I remembered to die cut everything else. Wow, that one fell apart on me. And it also pulled my sail up just a teeny bit. There we go. All right. On your card base, and we're just going to center it. I'm having a hard time centering. I don't know why. We're going to go with that. And then we're going to lay this right here. We're going to bring it all the way to the left side. Just like that. I don't know why I adhered my layer first. Usually I build and then I put the whole thing down just in case I make a mistake. Okay, and that is wrong. I don't make mistakes. We make happy accidents. Okay, so I am going to put some dimensionals on here, and then I'm going to pull those backings off like so. And then this is going to go in the center, but over to the left, just like that. And then we're going to pop our boat up too. At least I'm pretty sure I did. You don't have to if you don't want so much bulk. If you're going to be mailing this, you might not want to. Just go ahead and do one of the two flat, either the circle or your boat. And then I need a little strip to go across the bottom. So I'm going to cut on here a little strip to go across the bottom of the whole part. Okay, at least I think that's what it's called. All right, and then we're just going to stick that on here just like so. Like that. And then we're going to stick a couple of dimensionals on the side. I'm going to use these little ones. I don't know what I did with my take your pick tool. I lost it and then I found it and then I lost it again. So we're going to use this guy right here. And we're going to put, actually, you know what? I'm going to put one right there. And I'm going to put one right here. And then we're going to put just a teeny tiny bit of glue right in the center of this sentiment right here. Make sure that it's right side up. We're going to take these backings off. I hope you guys like this. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. And I think I put the other one. I did. I put the original one going across, but this one we did straight across. The other one I did catty corner. So that is that card. Now, what are we going to do to the inside? So I was thinking we have this piece here that we trimmed off. We could put it right up the side like so, which I think we'll do. And like if I had all the time in the world, we could stamp a couple of those hibiscus flowers and then fussy cut them, but I think that would take too long. So, because I'm not very fast at fussy cutting. I'm not fast at anything really, but all right, we could just do that for right now. Actually, let's do, I don't have, let's see. We used Relax and Enjoy from Notes and Totes. We used the flowers from Notes and Totes. How about we just put You Earned It? Or, you know what? I'm going to leave it blank because I might use this for a birthday card. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the seagull stamps from here. So it must be over here. It is right here. Nope, that's the water. Here it is. Whew, okay. So we can take this one off. We can put our seagulls. The only problem is I don't know how big my stamp is going to be. But let's just say it went right across here. A little happy birthday wish. You can just put your seagulls like around like that. Does that make sense? I don't want to really stamp because I do want to have this as a birthday card. So I'm not even going to attach this in case I have a boo-boo. So we're going to leave that like that. Wrong one. See, like I would have did that. Would have messed that up for sure. And then we're going to put this in there. Just pretend it's glued down. And then there we go. So cute. I love that card. All right. So the next one we're going to do is this one I do not have a sample for. Because this one I just started making and said, nah, we're going to do this. So this one is hardly any stamping at all. So we have our inside pieces here. So let's go ahead and glue our layers. So this is Secret Sea cardstock, so regular card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored 4 1/4. This, I believe, is 5 1/4 by 4. That is going to be our inside piece. So we're just going to put some glue right in there, and we're going to line this up. Try to get even edges all the way around. This is our other layer, which is going to go right there. And I think what I'm going to do, which I meant to do and didn't, that's one of the things I meant to do. But when my husband came home from work, we were catching up and chatting, and I didn't get it done. So I was going to emboss another azure blue piece of cardstock in the So Swirly and put it down here. And then, you know what, though? I did start it because I did do half of a sailboat, and I did that purposely because sometimes when you look out into rivers and lakes and ocean docks and stuff, sometimes you'll see where only part of the sail is up when it's anchored down. So I thought we could do that with the azure blue So Swirly stamped right there. And I thought that that would be really pretty for the inside. And I apologize that I did not cut that. So let's go ahead. I already stamped this. Happy birthday. Don't remember which stamp set I got that from. Which one was it? Oh, it was from, I know which one it was from. It was from a new stamp set that is somewhere around here. I kill me. Okay. Sometimes here's my painting pad. Sometimes I wonder how I make it through a day. Here we go. It's called The Right Words. So I just took this happy birthday right here, and then I thought we could use one of the sentiments that would go along with the happy birthday. So I love this stamp set so much. I'm pretty sure I have shared this with you, but in case you're new or you haven't seen it or something like that, this is really great because it's got your outside sentiments and then your inside sentiments that you can mix and match however it fits. So, so this one would be to someone we're celebrating every single day. So we could possibly use that one for the inside. So we will think about that. But oh no, we can't. That's what I would use when I finish this with that. And I don't know if we have time. Maybe I will do that. Okay, so this one we got this piece right here. Don't remember the measurement of this. I think it's 3.5 by 4. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is Lemon Lime Twist. This is Azure Blue. And I just thought that those colors, on camera, it looks like a muted greeny pukey yellow, but it's not. It is exactly what it sounds like, lemon lime. So it's a bright yellow green, and it's really, really pretty. This one is 3.5 by 4. I'm pretty sure that's what I thought it was. This is going to get layered on here. And I can't remember if I put it all the way to the side or not. Or if I did it center. Oh, no, I did. I did the center. So we're going to go ahead and glue this piece down. Just like that. Sometimes I cheat and I don't make a sample card to share with you guys to show you what we're making. I don't know. Then this piece here is acting as if it's a big sunset. It's going to come down a little bit like so. You can pop it up if you want. You can glue it straight down. I think that I am going to pop it up. And then these are clouds. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and glue this down because I'm not tying anything around it or slipping anything under it. So we're going to go ahead and glue this piece here down. And that's going to go on here like so. So I think that these cards are so fun because it's not like what you would what you've been or what I have been seeing on um, social media for these cards. That's going to go down like that. We're going to go ahead and put our dimensionals on there like so. We're also going to put a dimensional on these clouds too, and make sure I put it on the right side like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull these off of here. There we go. That's going to come down towards the bottom like so. The clouds, I am going to stick one up high, and it's going to come off, over and off a little bit like that. Well, it's a little crooked, but hey, winter clouds straight, right? All right, so there we go. And then this one is going to go underneath the sun. Now, if you wanted to get really adventurous, you could take your blending brushes and take, this is Daffodil Delight, you could take Crushed Curd, you could take one of the oranges or Calypso Coral, you could use Timid Tiger or Pumpkin Pie, Calypso Coral, and you can like really play with that to really make it glow. But I am doing the easy way tonight. These I already assembled. So these are the ones that, let me show you. I was going to show you real fast, but nothing I do is real fast, is it? All right, so here we go. So this one is these two pieces right here. So I ran this one through and then this one through. Actually, I ran them all together in Seafoam, not Seafoam, Secret Sea. So these two dies are what they are. And then you just adhere this one to the one that has the flag like that on there. Does that make sense? And the same thing with this one. So the one that has the flag or the sail, you just assemble that side on there. You just line it up like so. So that's how I did those. And we're gonna glue this one straight down, but I want to place this one first. This one did, I don't think I popped it up. I think I just left it straight down, flat. And I think we're going to do the same thing. And I did come off a little bit like that. And then this one, you have to be very careful with these because that little tiny pole thing right there is a little flimsy. All right, and there we go. So I hope that you guys like this card because I think it's really, really cute. And again, I will adhere this down. I'll take a piece of that azure blue embossed with the So Swirly, or the wave one would be pretty. And we'll put that right there and we'll stamp a nice little sentiment in there. Okay, so that is that one. Now, for our final card, hopefully this one will not take me long to do because I do have it all cut out, if I can find it. I don't know what I did with it. No. It was sitting right here with everything else. Here it is. Here it is. Ooh, scared me. I thought, well, we're not going to be doing that one. Okay, so we have some crumb cake. This one we're using just the notes and totes. And this is the card that we're going to be making. So we are going to have crumb cake cardstock. Again, it's 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4. We have our inside layer. We have I know I have another piece because I did do for the inside. This is our inside too. We have our waves, our ocean and our waves. So this one I cut to 5 1/4, and I don't remember how far down I went to 5. And the reason why I made it longer is because we are going to tear off from this. So I want to tear off enough to where I'm going to have some beachy sand there. Let me make sure I'm tearing it the right way. Yeah, so this way. So I'm going to tear some strips. And I'm just going to carefully tear. I thought for a second there I already messed up right from the beginning, made a happy accident. We're going to tear 2, I think. So I guess I really didn't have to go 5 inches long because these are pretty wide strips. All right, so that's going to go like that. And I actually do want it to go up a little higher. So excuse me, I'm going to have to pull off a little bit more here because I want room. Well, that got messed up. I want room to put these down. So I'm layering these on top of each other and placing them right where I want them to be. And I'm kind of guesstimating right now to see about how much sand I want, and I'm okay with that. So we are going to start adhering these down. So I am going to take this piece here. Now I have to be very honest. I watched a video today by Rachel Tessman, Stamp Your Art Out, and she did a card that was kind of sort of similar to this, but I was inspired by her card that I had to make my own version of it. But I'm going to show you something on this that I did learn from her that was really, really cool, and I'm going to share it with you guys because it is so super cool. All right, I am okay with the way that this is looking. I am going to move this side up just a little bit, I think, just like that. And then we're going to center this, try to give even borders all the way around. So isn't this cool though? I mean, I love this. This is the two-toned cardstock in Pool Party, and it's darker on one side and lighter on the other side, but this core of it is white. So when you tear it, you can really see that it's tore. All right, so we've got that. Now here is something that I did learn from her that I did not know. But I am using my 2 3/8 punch. I'm taking a piece of cardstock that is pretty square. May not be perfectly squared, but we're going to line that up in there, and we're going to try to make sure that we have even sides on this the best that we can, and we're going to punch that. And that is how we got this. So isn't that really cool? I absolutely love that. We do have to stamp on that. We're going to bring our silicone mat in because we're going to put together our fence. This one, I use the Country Woods. I'm really loving the Country Woods Designer Series paper for these fences. I just think that they look so pretty. Now, this card, I decided that I wasn't going to make it all straight. This one, as you can see, and it almost looks like a broken down pier, doesn't it? Or a broke down lifeguard stand too. But I just think it's really cool because you can do these all different ways. I have been putting my the railing part underneath, but I think I like it both ways. So this one I did it that way, and I think this one I'm going to do it the same way. I don't know if I think I'm just going to try to do this the same way that we did the other one because I really like the way that it looks. So we're going to do that. So I am going to take some glue and go across here. Normally I would tell you if you're doing a nice neat picket fence, you would probably do it straight up and down, and there's little holes in this like where the nails would go, where your wood slat would go across it, but I'm not following those this time around. So I am gonna just put that, let me move this one down. I didn't want that one so far down, but I wasn't paying attention where I put my glue. So that one's gonna go just like that, okay? And then what we're gonna do is carefully snip this off because we're gonna use the other part of it to go across here. And I'm not even worried if I put this straight or not, because it's weathered, it's beachy, it's falling apart, right? So just gonna put it at an angle like so. Oops. Yeah, like that. That works. That works for me. All right, and then I thought we need to let this dry just a teeny bit. Then I have our seashell and our starfish. They're already die cut. I die cut the starfish from Timid Tiger. I cut the seashell. I know there's a special name for this type of shell, but I don't remember, or I don't know what it is. Not that I don't remember. I don't know what it is. But anyway, isn't that cool how that, can you see that this is die cut all the way through? So it kind of spirals up if you want. On my sample, I put a little tiny glue dot in the very center and a glue dot on this part right here. Right, well, you can't see. All right, so let's go this way. So on this part, so that this would raise and that would raise, and then it would, actually I put two right there, two little tiny ones. I cut them down so that that would raise higher in that, but this one I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it alone. Let's bring this in and do our stamping. So I'm just going to make sure that I know where this is going to go. This is just such the coolest little idea right here. Thank you so much to Rachel Tessman. Okay, so just like so, I did the stamping, just a note, in Secret C. Did you see what I did? I have been so messy lately. I have been getting ink everywhere. I don't know why or what's going on, but I have been getting ink and don't know where it came from. All kinds of stuff like that. I'm inking this just a note in the seafoam. I'm going to try to get this to be straight as I can. I should be using my grid paper because it has the lines and it would help me probably stamp straighter and line things up a little better, but I just don't use it very often. Okay, so now we are going to use the Timid Tiger again and our little hibiscus, and let's bring in this that got all bent up. Okay, and we are going to just, I tell you guys, I'm just a complete mess, aren't I? Okay, so we are going to stamp this right there. We're going to stamp one right here. And we're going to stamp just a little one right there. If you want to, you could do it in the corner. I'm not going to. I didn't in my sample. And I'm not going to now. Okay, you guys. Number between 10 and 20. The first one who comments their number closest without going over will be the winner and will get to choose one of the 3 cards that I have made tonight, that I have showed you guys how to make tonight. So we're going to put a little glue on that. Don't do it. Don't type it yet until I tell you to. Okay, so hopefully you guys have thought of your number. I want to give you time to think of your number, 10 through 20. The first one who types it in and is the closest without going over gets to choose one of these 3 cards. Okay, you should have your number, so go. Oh, wait. Wait. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not looking. I forgot to write my number down. All right, go. Write your numbers. Okay. Oh, we got to do our fence, so we're just going to. You can pop your fence up if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue this straight down, flat. I'm going to glue it flat down. How about that? There we go. I said it. Flat down. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do our sand on this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that on there now that we put our ocean in there. I don't see you guys putting your numbers. I'm going to try. It may look a little funky because I won't go all the way up to the top here. I'm just going to try to get it as close to it as I can. And all the sand is kind of going the same way. I'm going to try to do it differently here. Like so. Well, we're doing okay. How about that? Yay! Well, I thought I spoke too soon there. Okay, there we go. We got it. Yay! All right. Are you guys still with me? We got the glue on this. You know that one I put like that. Let's put this one. Let's put this one like this. I like that. That's going to go all the way over here like that. Oh, I like it in the blue. It's so pretty. Oh, are you guys with me? I don't see y'all's comments. Let me see. Do I have to refresh the screen again? Maybe. Let's refresh the chat and see what happens. Sometimes it does that to me. It just freezes and it doesn't show me all the chats. And then we're going to glue this guy down. Oh, hey, Lynette. Oh, no, we already did. It's okay, Carol. I didn't see the numbers. So, actually, I thought you guys were gone. Okay, so Chris has got 14. Lynette has 13. Tori has 16. Carol, what's your number? Carol. You're messy too. Carol is 12. All right. Good. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that's messy because I'm so messy. All right. So the number is 13. So congratulations to Lynette. Yay! Lynette, which one do you want? Pick the card. I'll put them all back out again in just a second. So we're going to finish this card up. I'm going to stick this. I'm going to tuck that one right under. And then this one we're going to stick And then I'm gonna catch up on y'all's comments too. Got too much glue on that one because I was wondering where y'all were. Because the last comment that I saw, I think was from Chris's, and it was something about cute or something to that nature. Love the card. Oh, thank you, Carol. Thank you, Chris. Pretty card. Love the card. Yay. Thank you, Tori. Carol, you guys had sailboats for years. So am I right, Carol, when I said this one right here? From my memories of living in Florida, so we saw a lot of sailboats. When they're docked or anchored, aren't they with just the one sail? Sometimes no sails, right? Just the pole, I think. All right, so, and I got ink on that. Do you guys believe this? I don't even know. Oh, I can't sand that down because I don't even know where that came from, you guys. I'm telling you, I don't know what has been happening. I've been getting ink everywhere. Well, it's a good thing because we have this one that you guys can choose, because I don't think you want one with an ink spot unless you want to put embellishments on it, and then you could cover that with embellishments. Or if you have this stamp set, the sunshine sailing, is that what, sunrise sailing, you can stamp birds too if you wanted to. Okay, so me and my messy self, it just is really bad lately. All right, so here we go. We got this one and we have this one. So Lynette, which one? Tori, I'm loving this third card. This one, yes, I love it too. I think my two favorite ones are these two. I do love this one. I think I would like this more if, oh, I did forget birds. There's birds that go on this. I was going to put a bird or two on here. So like that. And, oops. Oops. Well, and like that. I did have three, but I don't know where the other one went, but we can do them like that. So cute. This one almost looks, outside of the blue, it almost looks kind of like spooky sailboats. Okay, and then Lynette picked the one she wanted. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss. You guys are telling me you're still there, and I could not see y'all's comments. Top right, this one, the sailboat one, with the hibiscus. Great choice. Oh, there is a main sail and the small sail is jib. Jib. Okay. I think my son is home. He's home early. Yes. Okay. So I will put a note on that and I will get that in the mail to you probably Monday or Tuesday. Oh no, it will not be Monday. Monday is Memorial Day, right? Okay, that is yours. All right, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and my messes and my losing things and everything else. Hope you guys, and my dropsies. Just dropped my pencil. At least I can laugh at myself, right? That's That's something, I think. That says a lot when you can laugh at yourself. Or either that you're just so mortified that that's all you can do is laugh. So, you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening an hour or so with me. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Carol. You have a good night. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Chris. You're very welcome, you guys. I enjoy this so very much. I hope that it inspires you. Yeah, so if you don't have these two bundles, I really do highly suggest them. And I will put links. You know what? I'm just going to put a shopping link in there and see what happens. I am loading this video up to YouTube after I end here so that in case they decide to delete it, I'll still have it. And in YouTube, you will find all the links. So let's see here. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Have a great Memorial Day. I know that Memorial Day is a special day of remembrance. So I'm sure that many of you have loved ones that served and are serving. And thank you so much to all of those men and women who sacrificed for our country. So you guys, I will see you guys same time, same place next week. Okie dokie. Bye.